it's not like it's super hard and you're living off lettuce leaves and you don't eat it all, or you can't have a beer. And because I said to Ryan at the start, I said, if that's that, then I don't want to do it. Again, it's more just about habit changing, mindset, little changes, challenging yourself, and rolled up. It's not that hard. Like I'm still working, I'm still doing stuff for the family, I'm still having a nice meal on the weekends. Just being a bit more educated on the things I'm doing and changing my mindset. So I think that's the biggest thing for me. Is it's not that much of a step outside your comfort zone that I thought it would be. I think probably more frustrating, and probably just a lack of knowledge. Like I'd think, if I did a big workout, you could go and have your beers or go and have a big meal, and that was fine because you're offsetting. But I think just having the wrong approach, like not getting the right sleep in, probably not getting the right balance between exercise and food and things like that. So it's just you'd feel grouchy more often than not. And then I suppose you just be down with a bit of yourself. Whenever I infrequently got on the scales, you could see it tipping over and going, hang on a minute, it's higher than 120. That I know that's not good. So just sort of really kicking myself, going, right, well, how am I going to do something about it? Like I remember walking up a golf course hill and I was really struggling, and then by the weekends I didn't have a lot of energy to play with my kids after a busy week, and I just thought, I can't just, I'll be hitting 130 before I know it. I said, I need to really address it. I hadn't been 124 for quite a while. I was always sort of sitting around that 115 to 120. So it was getting me down a bit, really. So I just thought, right, I need some help to help me get back where I want to be. I suppose it's just, well, I don't think it's depression, but I suppose it's just unhappy. You feel uncomfortable in the clothes you're wearing. Your kids are patting your belly, going, you got a big belly, but they think it's funny, but in reality, you should have a big belly. So it's probably more just frustration was the biggest problem. That it's just, in theory, my inability to do anything about it was get me down. But when I thought about it, I was like, well, the only person can really do something about it is myself, and that's why I needed to take action. I think also career, like in my mind, as I get older, and I want to portray myself to whatever I work as a fit, healthy person, rather than coming in being overweight, being tired, having a metabolic age of 50 something or something like that. I didn't want to portray that, and I suppose that was on my mind. And going, well, if I want to watertight my career, I wanted to be portray myself as a fit, healthy person that was leading a business. Yeah, I followed Ryan on, I think, Facebook, and I think I saw him on LinkedIn as well. So you're always interested, but then you're a bit too nervous to reach out initially. You're like, all right, well, what's this person about? Am I getting value from it? So that's why I just dipped my toe in the water per se, and just follow him, see what his content's been like, and then after watching his content over a few weeks and going, actually, well, that a lot of it resonated with me. And then reading a few of the testimonials from other middle-aged men that had been part of Ryan's course, I'm like, well, that resonates with me. Can I have the courage to step out and sort of engage with Ryan? Was my next step. What if it doesn't help me get back to the sort of health objectives that I wanted to achieve? So there was, I suppose, a fear of failure as part of that, and going, well, because I'm stepping into the unknown. There's a big risk. There's a big risk from stepping outside of my comfort zone. It's easy just doing what I'm doing, and no one's judging you. You just get on with things. But there's definitely a few nervous steps initially. Just do it. Going with 2 feet. I think in hindsight, what's the worst thing that could happen? As long as you're trying your hardest, you're committing. You've got an expert sort of coaching you through the program, and at the end of the day, 12 weeks is not that long a time. It's not some 3-year commitment. It's quite short. Set your goals high and see what you can achieve. That's what I'd say. It was sort of a step outside the comfort zone, just finding an hour, going, right, well, we're going to find an hour during work time to spend on myself. And I suppose that was one thing I'd always never not put myself first. So just even finding that regular hour every week to meet with Ryan was a challenge which I overcame. The most challenging bit was just thinking within yourself, like what makes you uncomfortable, what are the things you want to achieve, what are your values. But it was really good. It was very easy to follow the process and go, right, well, what's important to me, what are my objectives, recap every week what we'd learned, set ourselves our goals for the 12 weeks. And I think every person's different, but I think just by talking and hearing out loud, you sort of almost fall triple upon it yourself as to what you need to do for each week. And I think that was I was really keen to whatever I do, make it a habit, and that's why it's every good. That 12-week program is good because it's not just a one-off and you can go away happy. It's you're just repeating the process, so hopefully that becomes part of your normal routine. I suppose I wanted to lose some weight and to be healthier, of course. I think I'd never previously written down goals like health and fitness goals, which is probably again one of my downfalls. And I think when with the first goal, I think we wrote down like the long-term goal was to go from 124 kilos, I think, to 113. I sort of laughed at Ryan, going, "You're joking! I hadn't been down that level for 10 years or something." I think we took photos at the 8-week mark, just to compare side by side. And I don't know, I suppose when I look myself in the mirror, I suppose that because I don't see a massive difference. But when I saw the photos side by side, and I knew I'd lost some weight, but then my wife said you lost weight, but I was like, yeah, whatever. But then seeing the side by side, I appreciate I've still got a while to go, but just seeing that difference, it's something I'd always been reluctant to do. If you're overweight, you don't want to take photos of yourself. But then seeing that progress and just thinking back on the 8 weeks and the various steps that we'd done, chipped away that weight and chipped away the habits, and it's like, this is really, that certainly made me walk taller and give me a lot more confidence at that sort of 8-week mark. Yeah, I've never been on this side of the of the cameras, I suppose. So yeah, so it's just strange. I never thought it could be me. Like, well done to the people that I was reading the testimonials for. When I'm like, oh well, they're not as busy as me, or whatever it is, and there's always an excuse not to do it. But again, as I say, I don't think I've worked super hard to do this. I've worked hard, but not extremely. This is a ridiculous program. It's just making little tweaks, and I think so I just. Really happy that it's given me the footprint to keep on going. I didn't expect to have more self-confidence. I didn't. I didn't really go into it going, I want more self-confidence. But then, we mentioned walking taller. You do think you're walking taller. You've worked hard. You've lost a fair bit of weight. Walking down to Simpsons to put more holes in your belt. Hasn't been done in a few while. Just. You feel really happy doing that, so I think it's that, and I think you do have more energy. You're not as lethargic. You want to get up and do more things, challenge yourself to do that extra work or that extra thing with your kids. So I think that's the biggest thing that I didn't expect, or which I only just started to recognise, was just more self-confidence. I think my biggest driver is family, and I've got young kids, and I was working out when they turn 20 or 30 and how old I am, and that sort of scared me a little bit. And I was like, well, I need to be healthier. But I think that all that and all this work for myself comes back to just wanting to be a better father, being a better family person, living longer, being more useful to them. I think I just have more energy for my family. I have more energy for work. I'm more self-disciplined. That self-confidence that I didn't think I'd have certainly starting to exude from me. It sort of made me sort of point my head above the parapet and go, what else can I do? Challenge myself. What's the next hard, uncomfortable thing I can do? So I think there's just a lot of benefits that I've started to notice that are creeping into my lifestyle. My wife said my energy levels have gone up. It's very nice for that verbal recognition from whether it's immediate family or work colleagues or just friends who you haven't seen people in a few weeks, and like, you've lost a bit of timber and stuff like that. Like, I think that's always nice sort of pat on the back that you don't expect, and you're like, oh yeah, other people are seeing the changes in you. I saw my best friend for the first time in about 3 years, and he was amazed by the change. So I think that really gives you, you talk about that sort of self-confidence, and you sort of sit taller and walk taller. I think that really helps you go, well, that's great, let's keep on going. I think the key for me was, as I say to Ryan all the time, like it's not like it's super hard and you're living off lettuce leaves and you don't eat at all, or you can't have a beer. And because I said to Ryan at the start, I said, if that's that I don't want to do it. again, it's more just about habit changing, mindset, little changes, challenging yourself, and rolled up. It's not that hard. Like I'm still working, I'm still doing stuff for the family, I'm still having a nice meal on the weekends. Just being a bit more educated on the things I'm doing and changing my mindset. So I think that's the biggest thing for me. Is it's not that much of a step outside your comfort zone that I thought it would be.